The interviews in this video are with candidates currently running in the November 2020 election in Brevard County. I'm Zach Noon. I had the opportunity to speak with local candidates about their knowledge of renewable energy and how they plan to help implement that in Brevard County's near future. As a representative of young and future voters, I was encouraged that while not everyone has the same level of knowledge on this subject, everyone I spoke with seemed to understand the importance of a transition to clean energy and a cleaner environment for Brevard County. I want to thank the Brevard chapter of ReThink Energy Florida and all the candidates that shared their time to speak with me and engage in this conversation that will definitely continue into their future terms of office. All candidates for each seat were invited, and no part of this video is an endorsement for any candidate. What are your plans, or what have you accomplished to help advance renewable energy options for Brevard County?
I can't say that we worked on the city from a city perspective. At the county level, I'm not there yet, so I can't say what I've worked at the county level, but we are looking at stuff in our city to make it more friendly for renewable energy. That is something that when you talk about solar and other stuff, this is the perfect scenario as we move into the future to look at options like that.
What are your plans, or what have you accomplished to ensure the transition to renewable energy in Brevard County is available to every resident at every income level?
That is something that I'll be working on. That's not something that I've worked on at the city level. Like I said, I've had solar approach me. We've been in discussions when I was sitting with the U.S. Conference of Mayors, the Space Coast League of Cities. So we're always looking at new ways to improve way of life. So that's really the answer I could give you at this point, because I think a lot of things that I'm going to be going towards deals with things like that. As you move away from municipality level, at the municipality level, there is but so much you could do. Then county, state, federal, that's the levels that you could really make an impact on changing certain things.
The state legislature has implemented or attempted to implement a number of preemptions on environmental issues regulating fertilizer, plastic bags, and polystyrene. What is your opinion on home rule versus state control on environmental issues, specifically septic tank permitting?
Home rule is what we live by. And I think that every municipality should have their home rule power, because most of the things that come from the state comes with a price tag, and local knows what it needs. And the state shouldn't be meddling in situations similar to this to try to put unmandated things on us that are not funded by them. They're good at initiating things, but then to get you the funding is a totally different story. So permitting should happen at the local level. It should be a local discussion. What they should do is support the initiatives that are being done to improve the Indian River Lagoon. We should be getting money from the state and the federal government to deal with that issue. We should have dealt with septic system back in 2010 when this first situation started coming with the Indian River Lagoon. Everybody went for the low-hanging fruit, and it was the fertilizer. And I'm not saying that fertilizer doesn't have an impact. What I'm saying is that there should have been two approaches. There should have been fertilizer and there should have been septic. But because the septic business has an influence, to say the least, in Tallahassee and federally, it winds up that it fell in deaf ear years ago. But now you're seeing that regulations are coming in and to have new development implement a no septic system that they have to mandatorily hook up to the sewer system. So we could have done that a long time ago. But I believe, like I was in a discussion yesterday in Palm Bay Live, I was being interviewed and I was saying a lot of politicians fall to the cry of they get scared that a mass exodus of constituents or supporters are going to go away from them. And so they start pondering to that particular aspect instead of governing and doing the right thing. I believe that I don't fall under that jurisdiction. I make my decision based on facts. And the facts were then and now that we should have dealt with the septic system. All the septic system near the water affect the lagoon. And I was making that argument a while back, and it was falling in deaf ears. That's why I always say, go back to the meetings when the fertilizer discussions were, and I voted against it, not because I was against the fertilizer part, is the fact that they wouldn't even look at the septic system. And I cannot sign on to something just to make me feel good. All that I ask the residents is just to follow my track record. You know, you have good decisions and bad decisions. I think I'm going to be a strong advocate for the Indian River Lagoon and any environmental issues. I look at everything from all different, I look at it from every different perspective. And I make sure that I make an educated decision. And hopefully, you know, those people that listen to me start voting now. Because usually you would say November 3rd, but you would be misleading the voters, because the reality is by mail it's already happening. And then early voting is from the 19th through the 31st of this month, and then November 3rd. So I am humbled to become your next commissioner, and I don't take that lightly.